Hey, everybody. Welcome to 60 Minutes. I'm Walter Cronkite. Actually, he's Walter Cronkite. I'm AJ. Welcome to the PanelCast, everybody. This is episode 269, which means that both Justin and I will be in 69s tonight. And we will be streaming it live here. So I hope you guys are ready for that. Some beard on beard action right now is going to happen. Are you ready for that, Justin?
That's going to mess up my algorithm, man.
Like you got algorithm.
Oh, I got all the algorithm.
Like you got any rhythm. We are currently awaiting our other guest, Justin, who will be joining me. Sorry, Joel, who will be joining me in studio. Until he gets here, though, we are without Joey, who I am sad for, because I'm losing J's. So it's just A and J here right now. And without all the J's, I just don't know what to do. I'm just A.
And one J.
And one J. And that's just confusing. In this episode, we are going to be talking about probably one of my newest series, Murderbot, which I discussed earlier, solo. But now that I made everybody else watch it, they're going to tell me their opinions of it. Justin went and got to go see the live action How to Train Your Dragon, so he'll be reviewing that. And I'll be talking a little bit about 28 Days Later, as well as Ironheart. We got to sit back and watch some Ironheart there. So, yeah. Ironheart just came out this week with its first 3 episodes dropping on Disney. Yeah, but we'll get to that. We'll wrap with that one. Why don't we? So, how you doing there, Justin?
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Lane?
And tell us about that How to Train Your Dragon. How'd that go? What got you wrapped into going to that?
Well, I'm a big fan of the animated movie, and my daughter wanted to see it, so we went on a Saturday morning and checked it out, and it was good. It was pretty much line for line the animated movie. Hey, there he is. And there he is.
We're live on air, Joel.
Oh, okay.
Got here just in time.
Groovy. I'm in board shorts, ready to go.
Now, if you guys can't hear Joel, then just let us know in the chat, and we'll tell you too bad. Because nothing he says is anything worth hearing.
He's like, then why did I drive over?
Just to be garnish, you know?
That's right. At least he knows.
Well, I brought this piece of shit. It's actually really good. I just don't know why it's not working for us, but AJ is going to give it a crack in a little while, but not right now.
Eventually. So Justin was telling us about how he got to go see the live action version of How to Train Your Dragon. So fill us in, Justin.
So yeah, it was pretty good. If you like the animated movie, I mean, you'll probably like this. The best thing about it was they really did a good job on building all the sets and stuff. So the set of the island of Burke was really cool. It's all actual sets, wasn't all CG or anything. But the story-wise is pretty much the same story. Gerard Butler reprises his role as the Viking chief.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, it's pretty decent cast. It's not much to say about it because, like I said, it's pretty much just a word-for-word live-action version of the animated movie. But everything looked great. The dragons looked cool. All the fight scenes were pretty cool. So.
Can I ask a question?
I enjoyed it.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
You can say no.
So all I saw was a picture of just the poster, right?
Uh-huh.
And it looked like they did the dragon to look really just like the animated one.
Yeah, it does. It looks just like the animated one.
But that's where I'm a little confused because that looked just like the animated one, but now it's with people versus.
Right. Yeah, all the dragons look just like they did in the cartoon. But like more
CGI, but everything else was.
Yeah.
But
yeah. No, I just
yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so you think it does offer something that you can't get alone from the animated movie?
Well, as far as like if you're like interested in like sets and costumes and stuff, it was really cool seeing all that stuff actually in live action. Like I said, the sets were all actual sets.
Right on.
And I did watch a little afterwards. I watched a little behind the things thing on YouTube, and it showed them all like building all the sets for Burke and all that, and all the ships and stuff were all actual sets and everything. So that stuff was all really cool.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Now, saying
Yeah,
that you're a fan of the original cartoons, I am too. Even so much as that I saw the live action stage production of How to Train Your Dragons, where they had the marionetted and animatronic dragons at the Honda Center.
Wow.
And yeah, it was really awesome.
Yeah, sounds rad.
It was really rad. So, as a diehard fan as I am, and as much as you are, how do I put this? Being the father of a black daughter, did you have any problems with the change that they gave Astrid?
No, she was really cool.
Okay.
Yeah, the actress that they played her was really cool, and yeah, they actually gave her a little bit more to do than in the cartoon, and she was a little bit more kick-ass, which was cool. But
did it feel like she had more to prove?
Well, I don't know about more to prove, but it just seemed like she got a little bit more action than she did in the cartoon. There was like the parts where they're training to fight the different dragons.
Yeah.
They were like longer and had more stuff in them.
Okay.
More like action and stuff in them.
Well, even if you just tell me on art direction alone, it's worth it. I'm sold, because if I already know the content, you said it's word for word, basically.
Yeah.
But I'm getting to see a new group of people taking a crack at making me feel like I'm in this world that I'm.
Yeah, for sure. Like, yeah, if you're like into production design and all that stuff, yeah, it was really cool looking. Yeah.
So big screen worthy.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
And another cool thing about seeing it on the big screen is all the scenes of, especially when he first learns to fly on Toothless, all those scenes were really cool and kind of made you dizzy. It was kind of like watching a roller coaster ride. It's pretty good.
That's awesome. I want to go see it really bad. I just haven't had a chance. The wife is kind of burnt out on the whole thing because of all the stuff that we've seen on it so far. But I'm gonna get with me.
And I was a little hesitant because I'm not a big fan of live action remakes of animated movies.
I'm typically saying that. That's why I was trying to ask very
I'm not
questions.
I haven't been a big fan of them, but then I found out it was the original director from the animated movie.
Okay.
And he said he just wanted a different way to tell the story and stuff. So I was like, oh, okay. And and then that, and my daughter wanted to see it, so gave me another excuse. So
any excuse at that point. Like if my kids were here, my grandkids were here, and they were like, hey, you want to go see this? My mind would be made up automatically.
Right.
Yeah.
We're like, well, fine, since you're dragging me, why not? That's awesome. That's good to hear. So on our ranking scale, what would you give it?
Out of 5, I'd say like 3.5.
Well, we don't have half scores here because we don't have half Little Richards. So.
I made a half Little Richard. What happened to it?
What?
You didn't give it to me.
Oh, I thought I sent it to you. Anyway, okay. Well, then I'll go 4 because I was on the border between 3.5 and 4 anyway. So I'll say 4.
Okay. So
there we go.
4 Little Richards is what Justin is giving us, and based on that.
Yeah, I like the big full screen versions of Little Richards better than the little ones.
Yeah,
it's great to see him just giving us his opinion.
I'm gonna always do 4 because my head bobs right in between 3 and 4. It worked out perfect.
Yeah.
It's like boobs. You're like motorboating Richard.
Yeah.
Try it again. There you go.
Dude, he was double picking your nose, bro.
One in each nostril.
Yeah.
You're so clean now.
Oh, man.
That whistle is finally gone. Well, that's awesome.
He is so excited right now that we just did that.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we've got 2 other things to talk about. Well, 3 other things to talk about. So we'll have plenty of Little Richards to show up.
Yeah.
So let's move on to our next one. Did everybody watch Ironheart?
I did, yes.
I
watched 3 episodes.
You watched all 3 episodes. What about you?
I caught the first episode.
Okay. I watched all 3 episodes as well.
Uh-huh.
Did you want to keep watching it after the first episode?
Yeah. No, I'm definitely interested. Yeah.
Okay. So for those of you who aren't who don't know, Ironheart is another character, Riri Williams.
Yeah.
She's originally from Marvel Comics. She's in a lot of Marvel Rising books. She came with a new gen of characters that we're seeing out in Marvel right now. But first showed up, I believe, on Wakanda.
Wakanda Forever, yeah.
Yeah, she first showed up in Wakanda Forever, and then has popped up every now and then, random places. But this is her first full-on action series. And the first 3 episodes came out last night on Disney Plus, and we're like, here you go. And I was hesitant about watching it, all 3 episodes at first, because Disney has this habit of putting 3 episodes out and then making you wait 3 weeks before another new episode comes out. And I didn't want to deal with that because I was worried I was going to enjoy this so much that I didn't want to wait 3 weeks. And I was right. I enjoyed this so much that if Disney waits the 3 weeks, I'm going to be very unhappy. So, yeah. But I liked it. I thought it was a great show. Shows Ruby Williams. She's a hyper-intelligent biomechanical engineer. Shows her at MIT and the things that she's trying to do to get by MIT and the things that she tries to do just to get by in life and to help her family out and help her friends out as well. She ends up getting mixed up in the wrong company, and that's where you go with this show. Thoughts, Justin?
No, I thought it was cool. Like I said, I only caught the first episode, but there wasn't, much in there, but kind of gave you the impression that she's going to get, I mean, you've seen all 3 episodes, so you know more, but like that she's desperate for funding. So she's going to get hooked up with those criminal guys that are looking for a new tech person. So,
right.
But
you liked it?
Yeah. No, I'm definitely going to watch the whole thing.
What do you think, Joel?
Well, I want you to understand that I can't help but go into any. It's hard for me to kind of not go into any Disney show with a little bit of reservation. Just because I'm not sure, what they're going to do sometimes with characters that I really like. I mean, I'm still hurting from Taskmaster, like still hurting deep inside. Okay. Because
that's deep.
That character was just wasted. But
yeah,
here's the thing. I'm trying to talk about this without giving you any information because you haven't seen the other 2 episodes. Because
that's fine. Go ahead. I mean, we're here to talk about it. That's fine.
Well, how about this? In the beginning, first episode, I was trying to feel up to what was going on to the show, kind of get a feel for the characters. And I was like, okay, all right. I didn't have the full backstory of how they showed her in the movie, but okay. I had read a few of the comics, just a few. Okay. And one of the only things that I thought they did interesting. Can I say it?
Say whatever.
Yeah.
So as long as it's not racist or political.
No. Tony Stark exists as an AI assistant in the comic during portions of it. But they chose to go with a different route because we haven't seen any actual Tony Stark.
Tony Stark is dead.
Exactly. But what I'm meaning is that it was still. All I'm saying is they went a different way, and I think the way they went with was probably better for what I think they're aiming for with the show.
Oh, with their AI?
Yes.
Yes.
Because I think that it's going to give her more of her own story. The only thing I did miss is there was a good bond between Stark and that, right? It was pretty hefty from my understanding. So that
No. Stark really didn't interact with her that much because Stark was on another planet throughout the whole. Right? No, Stark was dead during that time.
That's what I'm saying. I thought he only existed as an AI for her.
He didn't exist as an AI in Wakanda. No, she
Okay.
had
Well, is Joel talking about the movie or the comics?
I'm talking about the comic.
Yeah.
the comic. Maybe I didn't read the comic, but
Yeah.
in the movie, he was already dead, so he didn't exist.
Okay.
So, and she didn't have an AI with her at that time. I think it was Friday she was still using.
Okay.
So now in the show, she's now, for those of you who are wondering, spoiler, it's her cousin and her best friend. That's the AI in there. And
But how it happens, we're not going to ruin it for you.
Right,
Watching
right.
it, you'll see how that has to play out. How
but
it
but
does.
it brings out such a great personal side story
Yeah.
that's into it. It adds another layer of depth into the character and allows you to kind of see what kind of issues she's having because she gets to talk them out now to her AI and use the AI as a confidant as much as Tony used Pepper and Jarvis as his, little demon monster.
But it's bittersweet though, because as much as it's sweet to have her back, but she doesn't.
Right.
It's like it's sweet because she gets to have this person around, but knowing that, you know what I mean. It's not
Right.
So I think it's a pretty hefty thing, because I'm not sure exactly what like what age range they're shooting for. I think they're kind of trying to go for everybody.
That's what's really confusing about this show for me is because Riri is coming off of MIT, having spent 5 years there, and she still looks like she's 5 years old to me.
Well, she is supposed to be young because remember they said
Yeah.
she graduated high school like at 15.
Right.
Yeah.
So she is really young.
But she still comes off to me as like she's still 15,
Yeah.
And so when they show her going on dates or talking to older men and stuff, it's a little creepy for me to think about because I'm like, this girl's like 5 years old. What is she doing going on dates? What's she doing? Putting an Iron Man suit and flying around, She's
Yeah,
what are you doing?
I think she's supposed to be like 18.
I understand that, but the actress is so tiny and diminutive
Yeah.
and childlike that it's just weird to see. But I appreciate it all. I thought the show was great. I'm excited about it. I'm going to give it myself 4 Little Richards so far, just because I want to see his thumb cleaning out Justin's nose.
Yeah, move over a little bit. Just a little
There,
bit.
there you go, buddy. There you go. That's my review, my opinion. What do you guys think?
So it's out of 5, right?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. When I first started out, I gave the first episode 2 Little Richards. Then the second episode happened, and I stacked another Little Richard on there. And by the third episode, that's where I'll say I just was being honest. Like I still ended up at 4 Little Richards. It's just that it took me a little bit to get into it. I needed it to go some ways. I'm not saying anything to you, but there's other characters that you're going to meet, and I don't know how familiar you're going to be with them. So it's going to be how you feel about how they presented those characters. But I needed it to get dark. That's all I'm going to say. And it did. That's all I'm going to say. So I'm not going to tell you how it does, but it's just based on what I was feeling was going on. I think they were being sweet on us for a little bit. And there was
Have you read any of the Hood comics previously?
little bits. And so I don't know how.
There's not a lot of them. I know that the best one is the Hood 76, which is where he's in Vietnam. The Hood is in Vietnam, and it latches onto a soldier
because
he goes on the killing spree.
He showed up in his own comic, right? When he
you got to understand.
Yeah.
It's not the character. It's the Hood.
It's the Hood.
So the Hood lands on people and gives them these powers,
okay,
and tempts them to the dark side and makes them do these things.
So it's not specifically
so
Parker.
Parker is the Hood in a run,
okay,
but he's not always the Hood.
Okay.
There's been many different Hoods in the past. That's why 76 in Vietnam is one of my favorite ones.
You don't know about all the Hoods,
right? You ain't never been to the Hood. You didn't grow up in the Hood.
I'm sorry.
No, I read the first miniseries and for the Hood, and I really liked it.
Yeah.
That's all I've read of it.
As opposed to the Cape with Summer Glau on TV that was about a carnival freak, but we don't talk about that anymore,
I don't know.
Sure.
See it.
except for Summer Glau.
I didn't see.
Meow.
Meow.
Moving on. What's the next episode? Next thing we were going to talk about? Murderbot.
Murderbot.
Now I'm the sucker that's behind. I only have 2 episodes in.
How much did you watch, Justin?
I finished it.
So how many are there?
As of now, I think there's 8 because a new one came out right now, like 10 minutes ago.
There was only, as of the other day, there was only 6.
Um,
Because the first season was like 6 episodes.
first season's not over yet.
Oh. Well, the last I watched was there was only 6 episodes up.
So the 8th episode just premiered about an hour ago.
Oh, okay.
Murderbot, let me tell you, everybody should be watching Murderbot, I think, personally. Murderbot is based on the Murderbot Diaries, which after watching the first 3 episodes of the series, I decided to go ahead and read the book. And now I'm on book 5 because the book itself is awesome. The Murderbot is about this security droid called Sec Unit, and he decided to hack his governor unit so that he doesn't have to take orders from humans anymore. And in the process of being a security unit for a research team, shit goes down, and he does what he can to protect the people, but he also talks shit about them while he's doing it. And as Alexander,
he's pretending he's still being governed, though.
Right, he's still pretending that he's still because he doesn't want to be found out.
Right.
Get in trouble. But his little side comments and his quirks are just phenomenal.
It's my favorite part. His inner monologue is like the best part. It's so good.
Yeah.
Alexander Skarsgård, the guy that played the Polka Dot, David Dastmalchian. I can never say his name right. But it's on Apple TV. They're 30-minute episodes, which is unfortunate because I think they could go full 45 and still maintain their comedy and action and fun parts. But I love it. I can't get enough of it. It's not overtly laugh out loud funny, but it's like put a smile on your face funny. Like
it's really dark and dry humor. Yeah,
I couldn't always figure out where I was. The needle would be like, I would laugh, and then 2 seconds later, I'm like, that's some fuckery. And then but see, I think that's what I think is good about it.
I agree.
And even the comedy it's satire. It's satire about life.
Yeah.
How stupid shit is, and we are. And it's so good because we're seeing it from his view. And it's great because every time everybody talks to him or looks at him, he's just like
stoic.
But inside, you know what I mean? He's on a good one. He's already watched everything that our streaming services up to 2025 have to offer. He's
addicted to sci-fi soap operas.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're so great.
So the part that makes him so human is the part they don't know about because he actually he's enjoying something in a way that, you know what I mean? He's got his favorites. That's where he's already showing emotion, but dealing with humans,
right?
Forget about it.
What'd you think, Justin?
Well, I liked it a lot. Like I said, I'm up to episode 6. I liked it a lot. I think they did a really good job with doing the world building without having to dump a ton of exposition on you. Just the way they told the story kind of gave you an idea of how like their whole sci-fi universe works.
Yeah.
It had some good monsters, has some surprisingly good gore.
Yeah.
I like the design and the mythology of like how the sec units work, how they're technically cyborgs, but all the human parts are printed.
Mm-hmm.
So they can just reprint new human parts. It's great. But yeah, like I said, my favorite part is his inner monologue and the humor. It's just really dark and sarcastic and dry, and I like that he's stuck with all the hippies. They're trying to treat him like a person, and he doesn't want to be treated like a person. And he's like free from his governing unit, but he still doesn't like their emotions, and it's really really good. And
I mean, isn't it? It's confused about what it's supposed to do and how it's supposed to maneuver and exist.
yeah,
That's the same for us. I mean, we're always trying to figure out what we're doing.
because he kind of doesn't like these people, but he has to pretend like he's indifferent, so
Right.
they don't know he's like rogue. And and when he makes a mistake and does show some like opinion or emotion or something, him trying to backpedal and cover it up, that's pretty good too. Yeah.
My favorite things are like, oh, shh, don't say that. He can hear you. No, he can't.
Yeah.
I totally could.
I could totally.
Yeah.
Watching this.
Yeah, him responding in his head to what they're saying is so good.
Yeah.
Anytime I don't want to talk to you guys, I'm just going to say, I'm going to go check the perimeter.
Right.
Yeah.
All I can say is in the books, it gets so much better.
Cool.
His adventure.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to check them out.
They're novels, not.
They're novellas.
But so it's words, not just pictures. It's not okay.
Right. It's novellas. They're about 150 pages each.
Okay.
Real fast read.
Oh. Okay.
And real easy. Like I said, I got to episode 3 of this, went back, read the first book, immediately had to go back and watch all of Murderbot again because I realized that it was verbatim. Straight out, and but it was so good. And now that I can put faces to the names and vice versa to the characters, I was able to see them even better and understand it better. And so now on the 5th book, here I am still seeing Alexander Skarsgård as his character and the different ways that he's maneuvered into these different situations that he's getting into, the different relationship he has. And right now he's dealing with these characters again in his life, and it's just comfortable to see them on their faces on TV and back in the book again in the series. Okay. You know what I mean?
And so you would say, in your opinion, because I haven't, that they've done very meticulous justice.
Yeah, I think they did a really good job.
So even if visually all the characters don't necessarily absolutely look the way the book said, they embodied how they those people.
But they got them pretty close. I mean, everybody was pretty close to what they looked like.
Cast.
Yeah, really well cast. Okay. Pingley, Mensa, Ratty, all of them are very well cast and very, very likable and very just easy to slide into their points of view.
Yeah, it looks like there's 7 books that are. I was just checking on it. They're all on Audible.
Yeah.
So I'll definitely check them out.
Yeah, and there's only one actual novel that comes in. I think that's book 6, and then book 7 is another novella, and then it's going to continue on with more novellas.
So it's still going.
Yeah, it's still going.
Okay.
And like I said, they're easy to read. They're fun to read. So quick. I started one. I was halfway through one book, read the whole of another book, and I got halfway through the 3rd book before I had to stop. And it was just so easy and nice to read. And you just slide into it, man. It's like a warm bathtub. You just
because I'm a difficult reader. It's hard for me to get.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, it looks like the 5th book is the longest one. It's on Audible anyway. It's 12 hours, and the rest are between 3 and 6.
Okay, so then that's what I'm on right now. It's the longer one.
Right on, that's awesome.
Yeah, but they're a lot of fun, and for you, Justin, because you listen to audiobooks all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be really easy for you.
Yeah. Like the first couple are like 3 hours. That's like nothing.
Right. Yeah. That's like half a drive home.
Well, it's pretty much like a round trip there and back from work.
Right. You finished the book in one day. Look at you.
Yeah.
So for me personally, I'm going to give the show right now, I'm going to give it 4. Only because it's not finished. I want to see if they wrap up according to the books and see how that goes. So right now, boom. There you go, 4.
Yeah, I would definitely say 4 too. If it keeps going like it's going to go now, I would definitely give it a 5. There's been nothing in it. There's been nothing in it so far that I haven't liked.
Where I disappear, little Richard hosting the show. But
so far, I mean, if they keep going like they are now, it'll definitely be 5 for me. But because there's been nothing in any of the episodes that made me go, yeah, that was kind of weird. So far,
the intro is cool. I love the intro.
The intro is good. The I really liked that one survivor they found.
Oh yeah,
She was,
penis.
yeah. It's like, I'm just saying, if you put a penis on him, and he's really handsome.
He's like a Ken doll.
Yeah. No, it was. Yeah, it's so far it's been really good.
Did you enjoy what you've seen so far?
I have. I just need to see more. I tried to cram as much as I could in like I think
A day and a half.
yeah, and in working both days. But anyway, long story short, I have. If it does what you guys are already happy where you're at. If it just keeps giving me more of what they've been giving me, then I'm sure I'll be happy. I mean, of what I've seen, which is sadly only 2 episodes, I would do 5. I would do 5 Little Richards.
Right on.
It's so easy to watch too. Before you know it, you're like, oh, it's over already. Okay.
Yeah.
Next.
Oh, looks like the first book is free on Audible right now.
Look at you. We're not even done with the show. Justin's already researched.
Yeah, I'm trying to help everyone get more content.
Well,
if anyone out there's got Audible, it says the first book is free until August 1st.
Okay. Well, you already helped me because I have Audible, and that's how I was going to listen to it. Now that
there you go.
Yeah, and I got a bunch of points stacked up, so I think I get.
You should be all set then.
Yeah.
I save them for Christmas presents, so I can give out to everybody.
You can give out your points
if you do it right. Anyway, so right now as it's standing, averaging between the 3 of us, it's 4. 4 Little Richards. I'll have to ask Joey his opinion because he watched it also, and I think he enjoyed it. Because if he didn't watch it, he wouldn't have watched all the way up until the current episode.
Yeah,
I think. But what I wanted to toss in there real quick was I went and saw with Katie 28 years later.
I didn't get to see it. You guys could talk about it, but
I didn't see it either. But go ahead. Don't worry about spoiling it.
I won't spoil anything.
Okay.
Other than to say that it is madness. It was done by Guy Ritchie.
Okay.
So,
no, it wasn't Guy Ritchie.
Want to bet?
Yeah.
Okay.
28 years later?
Yeah.
No, it's like the same guy that did 28 Days Later.
Pulling it up right now.
Okay. It's Alex Garland wrote it, and then what's his name from Trainspotting directed it?
Danny Boyle. Sorry.
Yeah.
See, you should have bet me. You would have won.
Guy Ritchie.
But Danny Boyle. I was the same thing. Danny Boyle.
It's the other British guy.
Right.
Out of the 10.
Right. Danny Boyle directed it, and it is a total Danny Boyle movie. I loved it. I thought it was great. Madness all over the place. And if you've ever read the series Crossed, you will be screaming horsecock throughout most of the movie. We are being watched right now. I'm scared. We gotta but if you've ever read Crossed, you'll understand watching it. The ending was hella confusing because I did not realize before going in that it was the start of a new trilogy.
Yeah.
So when the ending came, it ended on such this huge cliffhanger, like it was the beginning of another chapter of the movie, and then it ends. And I was like, what?
The second one's already done. It's coming out in January.
And so I waited till the end of the trailer, to the end of all the credits, no end credits scene, which I was upset about. And now we got to wait. So because of that cliffhanger, it threw me for a loop, and it kind of left me with a bad taste in my mouth. But up until then, I loved the movie, every second of it. I thought it was great. It's creepy as hell, some great kills, and kept in the vein of the other 2 films.
Well, if you're saying that the other one's basically done, it sounds like they just continually filmed it, kind of like
they did, yeah.
Hellraiser 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Those were the same, and then everything after that was not filmed at the same time.
Right.
Released, so it's well.
The only bad thing is, so they finished part 2 and it's coming out in January. The only bad thing is they're waiting to see how parts 1 and 2 do before they fund part 3.
Did you just say doo-doo?
Yeah.
Sorry.
So that's the only bad thing is if these two movies don't do good, then they aren't going to do a part 3. So hopefully it makes enough money to where they deem it worthy of making a third part.
Okay.
And that on top of that, hopefully it doesn't take too long. It would suck to get 1 and 2 within 6 months of each other, and then have to wait like a year and a half to get part 3.
You mean like we did for the Lord of the Rings movies?
Yeah.
Well, they were all like a year apart.
Right, but we still had to wait.
Well, that's fine. I mean, as long as it's some kind of like equal schedule, that's fine. What sucks is part 1 and 2 coming out within 6 months of each other, and then having to wait a year and a half or 2 years for part 3.
True,
they haven't started it yet.
But I still didn't like the long wait.
A year for a movie is not a long wait, dude.
It isn't. But when I can have all three at the same
Especially for a
time,
3.5 hour long movie. That's actually very, very good to get that in a year.
Hey,
Shit,
look,
it takes Netflix 3 years to make a new season of a show. Fuck.
we did the 12 hours of Lord of the Rings extended editions, both versions, both the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit.
Okay.
While we were doing the live draw. So
yeah.
All I'm saying is that I would have done the same thing in the movie theaters. I would have sat there for 12 hours watching all 3 movies.
They do that every once in a while. They have marathons.
Instead of waiting for a year and a half or for the full 3 years for all 3 movies to be out.
Oh.
I mean, they were pretty epic productions.
Yeah, they were.
And they were on location, I mean.
I'm just saying. If you got all the movies filmed, put it out.
I guess now I take it for granted.
Batwoman.
Because we've had them all available to us instantly for so long.
I know. Now I'm spoiled.
It's made us soft.
Instead of back in the day when we didn't even know movies were coming out. We just walk by the theater. Oh, what's that movie about?
Oh, shit.
Let's go check it out. It's not like we can Google it.
No.
Right.
Movie posters really mattered. Like, you really had to judge a book by its cover. You really had to. And sometimes you were right. Sometimes you were horribly wrong.
For those of you who are wondering, this is not weed, nor is it nicotine. I'm trying to break the habits.
It's yak pee.
It's just flavored water.
Yak piss. Yak.
Don't talk back. Okay, so that wraps. So I'll give it. Where's my? I'll give it another 4. Because the ending really threw me for a loop, and Ray Fiennes as the yellow bastard kind of threw me off too. You guys will understand once you see the movie.
Okay.
But other than that, I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I'm anxious for the rest of the films to come out.
Right on. Good to know.
And it was very British, right?
Very well, Scottish.
Scottish. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Now that I think about the people that were in it before. Okay.
Well, this one was filmed on an island in Scotland.
Okay.
So
right.
It explains everything that's happened between the 28 months and the 28 years, but in subtle ways. They don't come right out and say, "Here it is, what has happened."
Okay.
Yeah. You get revealed throughout the movie little bits and pieces that, now this area is a quarantine zone and everybody else in the world is. I won't spoil it, but
I guess I'm just hoping that if you saying at least right now I know that there's 3 movies, supposedly going to be 3. So if there's 3, I have at least an expectation of maybe hopefully they'll wrap it up. Because the only thing that really hurts is when somebody makes something really good and it never gets wrapped up. I mean, there's buckets of those. They were just amazing, but we just never got, an end from the writers. We could assume, but we never got a final something from the people who created it. So I hope that happens. But
I just want to see them. I want to see the rest of the world. That's what I want to see. I'm tired of the Northern Isles, the British in Scotland and all that, Ireland. I want to see what's happening everywhere else and how the rest of the world.
Well, from what I hear, the rest of the world went on like normal. It's all contained to the
I
British
was
Isles.
trying not to spoil it, but okay.
Well, then why would you bring that up? I haven't even seen it. I haven't even seen it, and I knew that much. So it's not much of a spoiler.
See, you didn't know.
I didn't know.
I didn't know before I went in the movie.
It's okay.
Oh.
I mean, it's okay because I'm gonna try to get down there. Because see, if you're saying that in order for them to make a 3, you're right. They've got to make money, so I need to book it down and pay
Yeah.
to go see it.
Right.
Like, as much as like, look, life costs money and it's hard, and we don't have tons of it. But if we want shit and
You gotta
nobody's
put the
willing to
money
pay
down.
for it, it's
Yeah,
not gonna
exactly.
happen. We're never gonna get anything that nobody's gonna pay for. Not toys, movies, art.
And I don't know
Right.
about the rest of you guys, but I enjoyed the first 2 soundtracks so much. The music in this one was just as good
Okay.
and enjoyable and just as independent as all the other soundtracks were.
Cool.
So I recommend it highly. And I know you have a thing for soundtracks, Justin. I think you would
I
enjoy
do.
it too.
Right on.
Also, there's one last rating I want to ask you guys. So there's obviously so many movies and types of ways to portray zombies and their abilities. You know, you got your classic super slow. You could run around of them, just kind of smack them with a bat until eventually you get tired and walk away. Or I would rate this series of what I've already seen, which was just 1 and 2,
Rage zombies.
as some of the worst zombies to deal with. Like
Yeah.
they are, you have to run full speed. You've always had to most people you're just done. Like these are not manageable.
And the fact that they hunt packs.
They're scary. They're actually scary versus
So
some,
it's no longer being faster than the guy next to you. It's being faster than the rage-filled zombie
Yeah.
chasing you down.
yeah. So
Horsecock.
and I think that's what I definitely put that on a hierarchy of some of the worst zombies portrayals, and I dig that. So
Right.
Well, that brings us to the end of the show,
okay.
I suppose, unless anybody else has anything they want to talk about. Justin looks like he's about to fall asleep or get ready to listen to his Murderbot books.
No, I think that covers it for me.
Cool. Joel?
Can I ask one question?
No.
Yeah.
Real quick. Have either of you guys watched all of Preacher?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I haven't seen all of it now.
I'm about a season and a half in, and all I want to know is, am I going to get?
Have you gotten to Jesus on the J date yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
But just can you ease my mind that at least when this ends, they will give me a circled story?
No.
No. Okay. Oh well. But it's better to know.
I mean, the comic really didn't give you one either. So.
Okay. Oh, I'm still gonna watch it.
I still recommend watching it. It's a great show.
Okay.
But then I would recommend also after watching it, go watch Warcraft, the movie, because it's funny to see them in that movie
Okay.
after.
Okay. Now, so you're saying the comic does not also give you, because there's something like 6 big.
Right. It doesn't completely wrap up, I don't believe. It just I think Garth Ennis was trying to do something else that I don't remember. But I know the ending leaves you hanging.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, I'd rather still know. Otherwise, call you up one day like, AJ, you fucking knew.
I know nothing.
Yeah, and I'm like the 3.
And the lack of John Wayne in the TV series really does does ruin it for me in some ways. But the Allfather will make up for it. Anyway,
Okay.
that's all we got for today's episode. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Please check our calendars. Next month, starting July, which is like next week, I suppose, we will be going on the PanelCast weekly, bringing you shows every Thursday at 8:30. We'll only be doing one live broadcast, but the rest of them will be pre-recorded and will come to you available weekly Thursday at 8:30 on YouTube, Facebook, and all the other places where we can find us.
As fast as we can get the AI to make it for us.
Right. Or as soon as Joel can get down here so we can do some more. Blame it all on Joel, everybody. It's his fault. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you check us out on Facebook and everywhere that social media has allowed us to be.
Cool. Thanks, everyone.
All right, guys. See you later.